delusional. Delusional. Self-deceived. Sucks. Sucks. Would you like to hear a little story about this shit? Of course you would. We all would. Let's talk about, yep, you guessed it, the motivational world, the motivational speakers, the self-help products out there, the books after books after books after books after books after books after books. See, there's a little thing in our brain. It's like when we do certain things. Okay, let's kind of take a little detour. We'll paint this other picture over here, and we'll come back and look at this other picture, and then we'll form a picture around your face, my face, our face. Then we'll take a look at ourselves in the mirror. Okay, one thing that makes movies so profitable and so likable is we get to experience the dangers of experiencing the villains and being the heroes and the car chases and the gun battles and everything, and we get these dopamine hits and everything. Makes us feel good as if we accomplished something. That's what a good movie does to you. Yeah, but you really didn't do nothing other than buy some fucking $20 goddamn popcorn, which is really great popcorn too at that, and well worth the $20. Okay, now I haven't said that. Those dopamine hits makes us feel like we've accomplished something when in fact we did not. Now, as to whether that's a bad thing or a good thing or detrimental thing, whatever that word detrimental means, I do not know. I do not know. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, even a big ass pile of fertilizer out in the farmer's field that's fresh, stinks, it's got gases coming off it, stinks like shit because it is. It's got gases that can actually kill you if you stand too close to it. It's still highly needed for a good crop. But anyways, let's not go into all that. Self-help. I'd like to tell you, since 2017, all the motivational speakers I've followed and grown to love, and the products you can buy, self-help products. Craziness. I mean, how many books does a person actually need on goal setting? How many books does a person actually need on law of attraction? Ooh, there's a lot of them. How many books does a person need on manifestation? Yeah, let's manifest shit. If you just can find the secret way of unlocking the keys in your mind, you can make the spirit of the universe do shit for you, and it has to abide. But you gotta be able to say it and have the right feelings with it as if it already is. And if you can't find it in this law of attraction book or that manifestation book, buy this other one, buy that other one, buy this one, buy that one, buy that one, buy this one. Try this manifestation journal, try this law of attraction journal, all these. I damn near like to say it's a bunch of shit. But it's not. There's actually some truth to it. There really is. There is a magic in the reality of reality. It's almost like God, or the spirit of the universe, will actually start orchestrating things that we can unveil, manifest, attract by setting an intention, a deliberate intention, aka faith. Set a desired result and start walking towards it. See, that's the only motivation you need. That's the only. It's not even. You don't even need a damn book on it. It's just the fact that whatever you want to learn to do, don't read a bunch of books on it. You only need to read like 1 or 2 books on it, and that's it. Don't do like I did. I've probably read, my God, I probably spent maybe $3,500, $4,000 on books in this past 6 years. I don't think there's a law of attraction book out there that I haven't read thoroughly, or a manifestation book that I haven't read. I've gone through oodles and oodles of that shit. Not to mention all the success stories of other people's definition of success. Yeah. Let other people tell you what success is, since you don't know. Let other people tell you what happiness is, because you do not know. Let other people tell you what fulfillment is, because you do not know. You don't know what fulfills you. So I will tell you for $49.99. Yeah. So am I saying that it's wrong to pay for a mentor or a teacher? No, absolutely not. When somebody is specialized in their field and they're competent in what they're doing, my God, by all means, pay the person the right amount of money, and plenty of it too. And they will show you the right path, and they will show you some of the tricks of the trade that works for them, and it may work for you, or it may not. Either way, they will help to hold your hand. You know, from what I've seen, if there was a such thing as some kind of master key, secret society, secrets of the universe or anything, I would say there's only 2 things really. Set a specific intention, a desired result, aka a goal, and start reaching for it. And don't never stop not reaching for it until you get it. Boom, that's it. That's the entire book right there. That's my entire playbook of success. Have I made $1 million bazillion yet? No. Do I have a Lamborghini in the garage? No. Do I even own a car right now? No, I don't. Matter of fact, I just paid one off to where I had the nicest car I've ever had in my life. And being the hillbilly I am, I'm used to just paying cash for shit flat out. And if I can't pay cash for it flat out, then I can't afford it. But I stepped out of my own bounds because I wanted to look successful. I wanted to fit the fuck in. Yeah. So let's buy a car from a car lot and make payments. Yeah. Anyways, some bitch breaks down, right? So I take it to the dealer and have them pay for it, because I gave up all my tools that I've had for years, because yes, I can do mechanicing. That's old school hillbilly. Old school hillbilly knows how to do mechanicing, plumbing, a little bit of electrical, a little bit of carpentry, a little bit of everything. Yeah, self-sufficient, old school. But anyways, I decided that part of my life is over. I'm not doing that. I gave up years of my tools away that I've had for years. And I decided from now on, I am going to pay other people to do that. I am buying my time back. Anyways, make a long story short. these assholes in this, what do you call it? I don't even know what to call it. The people, the garage people at a car lot, they're super professional and charge the best mechanicing prices. But anyway, they were charging me for two full mechanics at full price, plus charging the garage, plus charging a few $100s for diagnostics with their computer, and then over $600 for a part. In short, something that could have been done for $300, $350 that I know of, that did not need that type of diagnostics, that did not need two people working on it, could have been done for $350, $400, and that would have been more than fair as far as I'm concerned. Because I've changed one on the very same make and model before, and it took me 1 hour flat, not knowing nothing about it, not knowing anything. But anyways, let's go back to case in point. Couldn't control my emotions. I was drinking at the time. I don't know. Who knows? Probably too much, like every day. Anyways, I got this stubborn pride. So I was like, I'm not paying that shit. It's like, no. They're like, well, you can. I'm like, well, if you let me pay it in small payments and pay it out, I'll do it. And they're like, no, we can't do that. We have to have the whole thing. And I'm like, no, I ain't doing it. So I let it go to 3 weeks and tried to make a deal with them. They wouldn't do it. Tried to talk to his supervisor, wouldn't do it. Talked to his supervisor, still wouldn't do it. No. Long story short, they said, well, then we'll get a mechanics lien and we'll sell it for the price of paying our mechanics. I said, bullshit. 2 weeks later, I ponied up the money. I'm like, fuck it, swallow the pride, go to get my car. Guess what? They sold the son of a bitch legally. Fucking Benton County judge signed off on a mechanics lien to sell that new car for just a few grand to pay those fuckheads. Excuse my French. They weren't fuckheads, they were dickheads. Case in point, I was paying on that car. So, since it got sold, I had to pay the son of a bitch. I paid for a new car that I did not have. That's what I did last year. And took on new stupid debt. Not even cool debt. You know, cool debt where you get the money to pay for something else to make money with, to pay itself back, and then generate some more money off of it. No, not even that. Anyways, back to the picture. Now that we painted that picture, toxic motivation. I don't believe in motivation anymore. I believe in discipline. And what I mean by discipline is pushing yourself to do what you need to do when you don't want to do it. Reaching for what you want and not seeing no way to get it. And knowing you're going to be made out to be an ass. Probably laughed at, joked at, whatever. But you do it anyway. That's discipline. That's all you need. The balls to move forward on your dreams. Here's I think the two master keys. Step one, start and never stop until you get it. Step two, ask. Ask questions. Ask what it takes. Someone tells you, hell no, get the hell out of it. Get the fuck out of my bank. You want what? You want $9 million? You want me to loan you $9 million so you can build 50 townhouses and a 50-acre lot that's going to cost you $900,000? And you want me to and you want our bank to give you a little under $10 million when you have no money to put with it and you have nothing to put up as collateral? You have no skin in the game? Get out of my bank. You're psycho. But you know what? That's what it takes. That's what it takes. And then you say, well, then you go into step 2, asking, what would it take to make that kind of project real? And they may say, well, for someone like you, that's a massive project. And they'll give you the kind version of politely telling you how you're a ignorant loser, and they're correct, and you're psycho for even walking up in there or even calling up in there, whatever you did with your crazy homemade presentation, and they're correct. But I think that's the key. Just start. Just keep reaching for it. Hit a wall, keep working on it. You can't hit a wall, you can't find any other means, or you can't see any way, you can't find a person that has the answers. Do other stuff. Don't let one thing, like, for example, like the projects that I've been working on and the things I've been fleshing out for. Well, to make a long story short, at the end of 2017, the beginning of 2018, my goal was to have $27.9 million in my bank account by the end of 2025. It's 2025. Guess what? It's not looking good. But you know what? The person I have become from that time to now, what I see, what I've experienced, the ways I've been ripped off, the way I've processed being ripped off, the things I've learned, the way I've learned how to handle my emotions, the way I've learned how to handle my mind. Am I saying I am just super duper Mr. Control of my emotions and everything and do everything accordingly to my plans and goals and dreams? No. Shit, no. Hell. But you know what? To me, it's amazing if a person can go from someone who's basically an emotional basket case, unstable in so many ways, can literally start putting projects together, like dreaming on paper as if you're really doing it, because you are. And start putting a project together. You don't need permission. Let me tell you a short story about these two guys, two small-time masons, never doing any jobs that never amounted to more than $7,500 max, and that's not including taking out gas and materials and tools and shit. Even that, it drives it even down further. So between the two, they never did a job any bigger than $5,000. That would take like a week or week and a half or 2 weeks. You know, nothing special, just regular. Anyways, one of them got the audacity to, is like, man, we need to get some bigger shit going. We got to get out of this shit. We're killing ourselves, and we're getting nowhere. We're getting our asses kicked out of here, and not getting our asses kicked out of here, but getting our asses kicked out here. To make a long story short, this guy got a little more educated, not much, a little more, and decided to put together a job bid, something more profitable, getting up with the big boys. And he molded over with some other of the masons that are licensed and bonded. Of course, they were all say the same thing, you know. Oh, you better not do that. You're not licensed and bonded, boy. You get in really good trouble. Just imagine the mess you'd be in if you got caught doing that. Yeah. Anyways, so to make a long story short, have some friends at the block supply, aka the masonry supply place, put together a nice letterhead, a nice bid of all the materials, all the prices, everything, what we could do, and laid it out. And then I took it and put a couple other things to it and laid out some more prices of what we could do, how we were going to do it, when we could do it, and how long it would take us, and then put a bid on it. And then, of course, people around that knew what I was up to and my partner was up to, they're like, oh, you're charging too much, you're charging too much, oh, you're charging too much, you ain't never gonna get that, you're never gonna get that job, you're never gonna get that job, they're gonna think you're fucking crazy. Anyways, make a long story short, they come to present this job bid, got me some real nice khakis, some real nice shoes, real nice shirt, no tie or nothing, just something presentable, just plain Jane, not like this, not plaid. Just I think it was I think I had dark, I can't remember, but anyways, nice pants, just nice pants, and a flat tan shirt, no writing on it, no nothing, and I had a folder and this job bid and where we could get the materials and how we could put this together for this project. And it was for a bomb shelter. And anyways, it would have been a profitable thing. Me and this other guy would have stood to make around $10,000 each in just 1 month. And that would have been phenomenal. But anyways, long story short, push came to shove, went to their main office of Crossland Constructions, and yes, that is a real general contractor, one of the biggest construction companies in the four-state area of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri. They get all the big jobs, government contracts, everything. I'm talking highways, roads, schools, you name it, hospitals, the big boys. Anyways, I walked up in there and had my appointment scheduled with these guys and went into their office, and there was I think there was 4 guys in there. Three guys. One guy left, and nervous as hell. I could feel myself just sweating. My heart was just pounding out of my chest. My legs were like shaking. I walk in there and I told them who I was and everything, and and they act like they really wasn't listening to me or whatever. One guy kept doing what he was doing on the computer, and the other guy, I opened the folder and showed him what we could do and how we could do it and how much we were charging and why we were charging this, and just ran through the whole thing, just bam, 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 page for page. It wasn't no more than 12, 13, 14 pages. Laid it out, and he goes, this is really nice. He's like, who are you guys? I go, I think we made up some kind of fictitious masonry company name. And I told him that, and he's like, how long you guys been around this area? I was like, well, we've been around here for about 10 years. He's like, that's funny, I never heard of you guys. But anyways, he was impressed on that layout, on that job prep, on that project management. He was just really impressed with it because he's a project manager too, and he was really impressed with it. And anyways, they accepted our bid and got back with us in a couple days and talked to the old boy, and he said our bid fell right in the middle. He said he really liked ours, and he said he wanted to go with this, but they had a meeting on it and they decided to go a different direction. And he said they usually try to get the person not the most expensive, but somewhere's in between there in the middle, somewhere's around there is what they usually do. But he said this time they took a turn where they took a lot cheaper one, and our bid fell right in the middle along with 2 other bids. I think there was like 7, 8 bids or masonry companies that bidded on that job. But that we did not ask for permission to do it. We did not ask for permission to be good enough. We did not ask for permission if it was okay if we put a bid in. No, we stepped up to the plate and we swung the bat. We struck out. But even if we would have got that, that would have put us way, I don't know if our mindsets would have handled it or not. But anyways, I look back at those days, and that was at the turn of the housing crash, and that's what we did was residential. 2008, 9, and 10. All the loans they were putting out by oh my God, all over the United States. High interest like a son of a bitch, giving house loans to mortgage house loans to everybody and anybody. Everybody and their dog had a new house, new double wide trailer. Guess what? All that crashed. I can't remember what all triggered that. But anyways, it was a housing bubble, and that popped. At that same time, I'd also had a kid working for me who cut his fingers off in my mixer, and I got sued for, I think it was smidge over $250,000. They could have got a lot more out of me, but they were greedy and they had dollar signs in their eyes, so we capitalized on that. We settled pretty goddamn quick. So I know what it's like to get your balls smashed, get sued when it ain't even your fault, but you're responsible for their shit. It sucks. It ain't fair. It ain't what I call justice. But anyways, let's wrap this happy little talk up. Now that we've gone off all down these scenic routes and all these side streets and off these little trails, let's get back up on the main road. Toxic motivation. What's the difference between motivation and inspiration? I think inspiration can be one of two things. One is when you hit a point in life where you're just so absolutely disgusted with life to where you fully decide you're either gonna where you like click, and you decide you're either gonna fully commit to dying, aka basically kill yourself somehow, or fully commit to living somehow, aka figure out how to make your life work decently. There's that kind of inspiration when you choose that. And then it's like your life has been such a big train wreck for so many years, it's like you just fucking snap. And then there's the other kind, where you can actually put enough reasons, good reasons to something, enough why to whatever your coveted dream or goal or vision is, that would include the past, the people before you, your ancestry, your present family, your present flesh, and then the future to come. When you can add all that together and put all the reasons why of the past and the present and the future, and you put all those whys together and you keep adding it up and you keep adding to that list, you keep adding to it, why, and you keep filling it out, boom, you hit a flashpoint. You hit that flashpoint, it's inspiration. It'll pull you. You don't have to motivate yourself anymore. There is no motivation, because motivation is bullshit anyway. That's basically just running on that dopamine hit. That's what I think so far. I could be wrong. I'm only 6 years into the study of this, but I've consumed so much content, it's just unbelievable. And I still got the habit of using motivational speakers and stuff like that. It's just I don't trust it as much as I used to, because I honestly believe there's too many of us taking credit for the spirit of the universe's responsibility of growth. I mean, even the typical farmer is humble enough to know that he works the soil, he does all that prep, he gets the seed, he plants the seed, he guards the crops and everything, but he's smart enough and humble enough to know he don't take credit for that growth from the seed time to harvest time. He knows that growth in between there, that's God's deal, or that's the spirit of the universe's deal. He don't claim that as his power, but yet you get on that motivational shit. All them dudes and all them dudettes, they're like that. They're all claiming all that growth power when it ain't theirs. And I'm not saying that I probably wouldn't do that too if I was in that position. Shit. I mean, hell. Who wouldn't want to take credit for God's handiwork? Makes us look real good. Get a lot of likes. Anyways, it's 30 minutes. So ask yourself, the call to action today is, are you running on those dopamine hits, or do you have an inspiration? Have you kindled inspiration to build a fire? Has it hit that flash point to where you're inspired? That sucker kicks on, it's on. I don't think you turn it off. I think if you can get that flash point, it never stops. I think. I could be wrong. But in my case, it ain't stopped. It's been every day for 6 years. Anyways, call to action is ask yourself, are you running on motivation? Are you a motivation junkie? Are you a dopamine hit junkie? Getting that little feel-good receptor hit of as if you did something by reading that extra book, buying that extra book on Amazon, watching more stuff on YouTube, watch this, watch that, practice this, practice that. Or are you doing? Are you in your game? Are you prepping jobs and executing on those jobs, whether you get them or not, whether you have the permission or not, whether you're qualified or not? Are you doing it? Are you up in your game? Are you inspired? Inspiration. "32 minutes, 51 seconds. That's a bit over 15 minutes. I'm really sorry about that. I just have a hard time. I get to talking, and it just gets away from me. All right, have a good one. See you in the funny papers.